Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Hey Rika. Hey Boo. Hi Colleen. How are you all? Hi beautiful River. Hi lovely one. Hi Miss Maxine. Hi Marlo. Praying for Junior. Yeah, I'm happy you're doing this. Thank you, the Freckle Ken. Hey Stacy. Such a sweet soul. Yeah. Hi Tracy. I'm present. Oh, hi Ward Move. I can't believe this happened in my borough. Yeah, I know the Bronx very well. Hi, Stacy. I put out some water for him. What does it mean, Carlene? Justice for Junior. What does it mean you put out some water for him? Teach us. Hello, beloved. The story broke my heart. Yeah, it's a bad story, Mr. Pepper. Oh, did he really? I love your hair color. Thank you. Hi, Tracy. Because he was thirsty. Oh, stop, Carlene. Don't make me cry. Stop. Don't make me cry. Just want to make sure everybody on Facebook on YouTube can hear me. Can you guys hear me just fine? Who's Junior? Okay, so there's this young kid that was, I think he was shot. Am I correct? He was shot. Thank you. And it was in the Bronx. And there was a video of somebody's sister having sex with someone. And the brother found out about the video or saw the video, I'm not really sure which one. And the brother, the brother went to enact revenge, but took out the wrong kid. And here's a problem I have with what went down. And you guys have to forgive me if I'm wrong. Oh no, he was stabbed. Oh, he was stabbed to death. Thank you, I appreciate that. He was. Ugh. You know, stabbing is a much more aggressive, violent behavior, much more aggressive. So he really meant business. But the problem that I have is that this video that either circulated or was seen by this brother, for one, it was consensual. That's the first thing I wanted to say. And the second thing is, it should have never been taped. Ever. Am I correct? It was with a machete. Oh my God. With the machete. And it's the girl's uncle, not the brother. Oh my God. I don't have any of these stories. I didn't read up on this. I just heard all the memorial. No, it shouldn't have been taped. No, not at all. But somehow it was consensual. There was a tape out there. The tape may have circulated, and then the uncle killed. Was the uncle young? Was the uncle young, guys? Oh, somebody else is saying she was also okay with it being taped. Oh man. So the uncle went crazy. They're all young, even the uncle. All right. Because I felt like, that's why I said the brother, because I felt like he was young. That's why she covered her face with her shirt. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, guys. Let me just read on Junior, and then I'll lecture. But I don't want to lecture without Junior coming through. I have been talking to him since yesterday, but I wasn't confident if I was talking to him. Like, I don't know if it was me talking to me or him talking to me. And that happens sometimes. No, we know that Junior had nothing to do with it. No, we know it was totally a mistaken identity. I'm just trying to get to the point where he was mistaken. Well, spirit talks to me, but they talk to me in my voice, not in their voice. It's a safety mechanism. I don't need to hear nobody in their voice, but they do talk to me. So I invited him in yesterday because I knew that I was going to be doing this. And so, but the problem that I have is that I wasn't really sure if he was talking or if I was talking. Like, right, purple lotus flower, right. All right. Please, God, please allow Junior to come through. If his wake was today, is his funeral tomorrow? Or was everything today? Does anybody know? If his wake was today, is his funeral tomorrow? It's tomorrow, right? I don't know if that town can take 2 days of this, though. I don't know if you all can take 2 days of this. Sometimes you just gotta finish this. It's too much. Please, God, please, Jesus, allow Junior to come through. If it be so authorized, will Junior be allowed to come through? Will he be allowed to come through and speak to me? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Will he allow to become Junior? Would you come through if you want? God, if it's so authorized, will you let Junior come through? I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. I want to remind you guys, I am not a medium. So when you all ask me to do these readings, it really stiffens me up because I'm not a medium. I can do it, but it really comes through by accident half the times, not by design. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if there's been discord in the Bronx, but he is saying it's time for harmony. He says, I understand you all are speaking on my behalf, but I do want harmony. He's saying it's not productive, so I don't know if there's been any discord, but he's saying it's not productive. He's also saying, oh, ugh, I'm just... Ugh. Remember that he just passed over, okay? So, in a weird kind of way, he's blaming the girl and not blaming the girl at the same time. He's blaming her and not blaming her at the same time. He's saying that this may have been her reputation anyway. I don't know if this is true, guys, and I'm not putting the girl down by no means. I'm talking through Junior. He's saying she was a broken girl. She had a broken heart. She had some psychological issues. She had a reputation. And so it was no surprise with the consent, of being videotaped. That was not the shocker. Like, nobody was surprised by that. All right. I believe, though, the girl... I believe the girl at some point said, don't show this to everyone. I believe that. At some point, the girl was like, don't show this to everyone. He said I had dreams, big dreams. It's in the past now. All right. There's a Queen of Pentacles woman here. I believe it's his mother that just wants to hold him and cradle him again. I also get the Five of Pentacles here. He says, I could be wrong, but he says, I don't have faith in my own community anymore. He's like, it kind of got out of hand because of the community. It wasn't this person, this uncle, it wasn't this girl. He said things have been getting out of control anyway. In the Bronx, I'm saying. I'm sure they're getting out of control everywhere, but he's saying even in the Bronx. He said even if there were people out there that was talking to the kids and trying to tell the kids, like, don't do this, don't do that, they weren't quite listening. They were kind of running amok. Okay, thank you, Web Girl. The Bronx has been hot lately. I remember when the Bronx used to be hot, because that's what we called it, the dirty Bronx or something like that. But it had calmed down, but I guess the steam is picking back up again. And he said there was no faith in the neighborhood. There were money issues. People were broke as hell. You were not safe in your homes. You were not safe in the streets. And you weren't safe with who was to trust in the street. And then there were people that were trying to get to the kids, but it just fell on deaf ears. He said, this that happened to me was bound to happen. But he said, we kicked down the candles because it wasn't just me there. He said, we kicked down the candles because the spirits that have passed on, they're all mad. They're pissed. And they're pissed at the community. They're pissed at their home life. All right. I didn't know that. He said there's a lot of defenses in the Bronx. There's either a lot of fighting or a lot of defenses, or you always had to watch your back. He said, technically, he said, you always had to watch your back, and there was always a weapon somewhere with someone. He said the Bronx was getting scary. You always had to be on defense. He said he didn't want to leave his family. He didn't want to leave. He said there were money issues. He didn't want to leave. Technically, they couldn't afford the funeral because there were money issues. So I get a woman here, Queen of Pentacles, who I believe is his mother, and I also get a man here, King of Wands. I also get another man here, King of Swords, and I get deception. I feel like he's saying, I got lied to, or people lied to me, or someone lied to the uncle. Someone lied to the uncle. I get a King of Swords, King of Wands. He said someone lied to the uncle. It was almost like whoever told the uncle who did it, it was almost like they didn't want the uncle to hurt the person that did it, so they purposely pointed him out. It wasn't really a mistake of identity. The girl lied. Oh, see, his friends have that. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's about the girl. I believe that someone lied to the uncle. I believe it was a male friend, a guy friend. But friend to who, that I can't tell you. I just know that they knew which one did this to the girl. I do believe, and I don't believe it was as random as you all want it to believe. Like, I don't believe the uncle went out and found somebody that looked exactly like him. I think he was chosen because he looked similar to him. And in a fit of anger, how's the uncle supposed to know? He's telling me they got what they wanted. They designed the confusion. They got what they wanted. They protected this person that was in his videotape, and they turned his back on him. And they may have known all of them. So to me, he felt like he was a rising star, felt like jealousy, felt like he came from a family or a mother that cared, felt like maybe they didn't have the same um, dynamics in a community. The community was eating them up, and then you get this kid that has a family that cares about him, that is destined to be most likely successful, destined to be successful. And so what does it matter? What does it matter when it's the crab in a barrel? Everybody's the crab in a barrel. And you see somebody finally get out. Do you want them out? No. You go back and you grab them in the barrel. And that means if he has to die, oh, well. And that's what he's mad about. He's mad because all of this was done on purpose. All of this. That's why he's mad. He said there was mass confusion leading up to the day. I believe he even knew, because there's deception here, and I feel like he even knew the uncle was coming for the guy. Um, Ironically, he's saying either I was supposed to stay in the house, I was supposed to stay indoors, or I just shouldn't have gone outside. It just didn't dawn on him that he looked exactly like the guy. That did not dawn on him. But interesting enough, he's saying, I knew who did it. The neighborhood knew who did it. They turned it on me. It was turned on me. And it was slow. The steam was slow. Does anybody realize that? I don't think the video went out. I think the video was going out. It wasn't like action 12 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, it was done. I believe it was slow. It was methodical. And from what I'm getting, he was chosen to replace the one that did this. He was chosen to replace him. And that's why he's mad. He's mad because the neighborhood is out of control. He's mad because the men are not protecting the boys in the neighborhood. They're not there for them in the neighborhood. Families don't stick together, he's saying. They stick together. Like if you say, I'm from the Bronx, like you get that. He's like, but they don't stick together in the neighborhood. He says everyone that passed, everyone knocked over those candles. Period. We're pissed. They knocked over those candles on purpose. And he's mad because after this happened, everybody supposedly comes together. Supposedly. But he's saying, I'm just talking on his behalf. He's saying you all have every intentions to going back and doing the things that you were doing before I passed away. And that's why I'm mad. I'm not mad because I had to go. He's like, I'm here. I'm not mad. I see what this is. I see the writing on the wall. I see heaven. I'm going there, he's saying. Just waiting. I'm just waiting. But I'm going to go to the light. But I'm mad because it's not about it didn't have to happen to me. He's saying all y'all are going to go back to this. That's why he's mad, because he could see that. So he kicked the candles over because he was trying to say, I got you. Thank you. Thank you for caring about me. I got you. But do you have you? Are you talking to each other? Are you talking to your neighbor's kid? Like, that's what he's saying. Oh. Is there a sister involved? He just told me that he loved his mommy. This is mother energy. This is love. If there's a sister involved, I believe that this is a sister, and he wants to say to both his mommy and his sister, because they are brokenhearted. They are brokenhearted. He is saying, I love you. I love you, Mom. I love you, Sissy. I love you. He's saying there's some moral issues there in the Bronx that can take control. It can be taken control of. Morals, Hierophant is always moral issues. The good, the bad, and this is morals. This is the book or the Bible. It can be taken control of. But everything and every way that everyone feels, all of that has to die for something new to get reinvented in everyone's spirit about the Bronx. And maybe it's not just the Bronx, but I'm talking about the Bronx. Things have to die and go away forever. All that cooking, uh, you know, all that cooking and poisoning people's minds and he's doing it to each other. He's like, don't worry what other people are doing to us. We're doing it to each other. We're cooking, like, like a boiling pot or something. That's what he's saying the Bronx is like. He's like, is it going to end with me? Is it? Because this right here, these are a whole bunch of dead bodies. A whole bunch. A whole bunch of dead bodies right there. You see that? The pot? He's saying it can change. It can change. Terrible. Now, this is him. This is not me. He's saying nobody gets married anymore. This is him. This is not me. There's a lot of juggling of finances, juggling of your community, not even sure, like, if around the corner's a landmine, like, you just, like, that's what the Bronx has turned into again? You don't know who's going to charge after you. A lot of drinking, a lot of drugs have come back in. A lot of drinking. A lot of drinking has come back in. And a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting and a lot of drinking. Well, it's interesting that you should say that, because, so here's the thing that he said, and I want to get this clear, but I just want to be kind to his mother as he says it. He said, I may have gone away. I may have become the victim. But he's saying, Tracy, the potential for me to be headed to hurting someone was completely high. I was bound to do that too. Think about it, guys. That's what he's saying. He said there's a way to make it out, make the Bronx safe again. Drinking is the key. My prayer for him is that he's the tower that changes everything. But according to him, there's something else that's going to come through before change can occur. Justice will be served. There's something here about money also, with justice being served. There's something here about money. But I gotta tell you, no money in the world is gonna comfort this mother. She wants her baby. All right, guys, he's gonna say goodbye, goodbye forever. He says the world is in your hand. Make the community what you want it to be. It doesn't have to be this way. But he's saying goodbye. Maybe this applies. It's the 5 of action. And remember, like, this reading is for all of you, not necessarily what he's feeling at this point. But he's saying your angels want you to know that your current challenges push you to be assertive and self-confident. And he's saying this would have turned out different if the uncle just would have asked a question. Just ask a question. But there was so much heat that there wasn't enough time to stop the uncle. But if he just would have asked, he would have found out that it wasn't me. Be willing to stand up for yourself and defend your position. You have the right to excuse yourself from those who bring drama into your life. And I'm telling you, he's telling me the way the neighborhood was going, the way his friends were going, there was almost a guarantee that if he had not passed, he could have done this to someone. He did not have the strength or the maturity, because he was young, to pull out the ugliness that this drama was, this community was bringing on. Parents, it's up to us to take care of our neighborhoods. It's up to us to discipline our children. It's up to us to put them in activities. You know, it's up to us to decide, like, this is my neighborhood. You can't do this to my neighborhood. Get out. It's up to the parents. And men, where are you? Stop this. Where are you all? Where are the men? And I'm talking about the men in the neighborhood. I'm not talking about his father. I said, where are the men? Talking to all the kids in the neighborhood like they used to do back in the day. Hey, get over here. What are you about to do? Because I know, I can tell the look in your eyes you're about to do something. Where are those people that used to be there for us? If you can't do it in the street, then fine. I'll do it on the internet. But where are the men? Were there grown men at the memorial? Or a bunch of women and children? I hope you're right. I hope that this death, this example, this life, this child, this mother's child, can pull people together. If not for anything else, in memory of. If not for anything else. And I'm not talking about a graffiti mural. I'm saying use this as an example where the community talks to each other. Stop this shit now. Now. All right, guys. Any questions? 100. Thank you, Style, for profiling. That was a good question. Will he come back? Yeah. That was one of the questions I talked to him about last night. He can't come back. He says he's going to wait for his mother. That's when I got confused. I wasn't sure. Yeah, that was one of the questions that it was brought up last night. Like, do you want to come back? And he's like, no, I'm going to wait for my mom. He's over there with some others, though. Not, the candle situation were neighborhood people that had died. Because he couldn't do it by himself, by the way. People that had already passed away, they knocked over the candles. But from what I got last night, no, he does not want to come back. He says his mom has a long life. He's going to wait for her. She has a long life. And her long life is one day for him. He's like, don't worry about the time. Her long life is one day for him. But she has a long life and he'll wait for her. No, he does not want to come back. He is going to wait for his mommy. His mommy's really, really strong, but there might be some drinking around her. So you guys keep an eye on the mom. He's saying keep an eye on my mom, because there's some substance abuse or something that either she could take on. She either has now or she could take on. She might get really, really quiet. He's like, check up on my mom. He's like, that's what you could do for me. Check up on my mom. He says, my sister's going to use this to her advantage. She's going to educate herself, probably in law or social justice or something like that. All right, let me stop here. He says, nope, he's not coming back. He will wait. He will wait for his mom. That's what he's saying. And mom, I'm telling you, he is not saying come tomorrow. He's saying you have a long life. There might be something going on with substance abuse or drinking. He's like, cut it. Don't start it. Cut it. You have a long life. You're entitled to remember me. I'm your son. I love you. You love me. But you're entitled to live your life. All right, guys. All right. Yeah, actually, he's a very chill kid, by the way. Very chill. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Not that I'm not judging you either. Oh, Junior. Listen, with all that's being said, they love you. The world loves you. Your community loves you. The spiritual people love you. Sorry, dude. You gotta accept the love. Sorry. He doesn't want it. He's like, ah. Sorry, dude. You gotta take it. They love you. Thank you for showing up. All right, guys. Is everybody good? Wait, what do you want me to ask him? Yeah, little known secret. Yeah, I talked to the dad, but I don't make a big announcement because I'm not a medium. And I get a little confused as to what that is. So, but I've told you before, if somebody is in a reading and they want to know about their career in love, and then they go, listen, my grandmama died. Can you, and damn it if stuff doesn't come through. I'm like, oh, well, grandma said, they're like, I was like, oh my God. So I guess the gift is there. I use it when they want me to use it. So spirit will come through if a message needs to get through to a family member. And y'all know, y'all that asked me about past overs, there were just certain things that just come out, and it's like, oh my God. No, no. He said he's going to the light. He's just waiting for this to die down. But his funeral's tomorrow. He'll go to the light anytime after the funeral. I'm not getting a time frame, and he's has no interest in coming back down. No, I never got that her soul was weak. No, that's interesting. I always assumed that she crossed over. I never got that her soul was weak. I'm not talking about the bodega guy. I don't bring him up. I don't know what happened. Wait, what happened? Oh, so I think I know what's going on here. No, if you want me to talk to the dead, you got to pay me. Email me, psychictraceybrown at yahoo.com. Psychic Tracy, Tracey, Brown at yahoo.com. There's a lot of energy, folks, so it's a lot of energy. Email me. I send you the price points. Psychic Tracy Brown at yahoo.com. The mom is suicidal? The mom, Layla? Thank you. Thank you, Claudine. Psychic Tracy Brown at yahoo.com. Well, okay, I could see that, I could see that. I don't like to talk about someone else's demise, so I'm not going to discuss it, but that's why he said that there were some issues, check on my mom. There were some substance abuse issues, check on my mom. So I think, according to him, she has a survival rate. I think, listen, come on, guys. Like, her son died. Like, why wouldn't she be saying certain things? Like, her son died. But from what I got from him, he's saying, check up on her always, whoever that is. Y'all know who I mean. I'm not talking somebody in California. I'm talking somebody in the Bronx. Keep checking on her, because she does have a long life, and she lost her son, and there's some substance abuse issues. So I don't know what will happen with the bodega. I'm not sure what's going on with the bodega. Did the crime happen in the bodega? Thank you, Chanelli. Chanelli just said I was amazing. Did the crime happen in the bodega? Are you all asking, is the bodega going to close down? Is that what you all asking? You know how a bodega can close down? You all can stop shopping there. You want to close something down? Don't shop there. It's actually very simple. Stick together. If you're saying he had something to do with it. Why didn't the guys in the bodega help him? I'm so confused by that. What's going to happen with the bodega? They might lose money. It might burn down. Um, there's something that they are not saying as well, but that they will reveal. Um, I just see the community not favoring the bodega anymore. I get two cards of charging energy, and charging could mean deciding not to purchase, or maybe, which I'm not advocating violence at all, but maybe I just get the moon card tells me that people are mental over this bodega. I don't know what happened. Um, but I do believe that bodega could be in a little bit of trouble. There definitely is some regret. There is some regret, but something still remains. I think they're going to try and reach out to the community and try to be one with the community. Um, but there's a lack of faith in the bodega. But why were they responsible? I don't know the whole story. Y'all keep asking about the damn bodega, but I don't. What happened in the bodega? They didn't help hide him, and they told him to get out while he was dying and asking for help. Ugh. Oh my God. Okay. So, let me give you a really good example in modern day times. What if your neighbor was running out the house, bleeding, and her husband was chasing her? And trust me, the husband is going to kill her. And you're just coming out your apartment. And she runs to you and she's like, help. Many things could go through your mind. I know me, I might freeze. I might be like, as he's coming, as she's asking for help, and you're like, I wouldn't know what to do. I know from New York City and the bodegas, and in Staten Island, the bodegas were owned by Pakistanis. And they were constantly saying, it was a common thing, they were constantly saying, get out, get out, get out. And I'm wondering if that was an automatic response to constant problems in the bodega. Be careful that you want to blame one little tiny store, because the neighborhood is messed up. Be careful, guys. I would point the finger at myself first. I would point the finger because maybe I contributed to this boy passing away. I contributed to the problem. Be careful, you're going to put it on a bodega, because they constantly have problems. I'm just saying. Guys. And I know black owners. And I know black owners would be like, don't bring that in here. Not even recognizing that this is something that's about to get out of hand. Be careful, guys. You're going to point your finger at the bodega. It's the whole community that failed this young man. Society failed this young man. Sex failed this young man. The internet failed this young man. Cell phones failed this young man. Y'all want to blame a bodega? Get out of here. Grow up. Get a life. Grow up. I wouldn't want to be that store owner with that shit going down. First of all, I would have froze. I would have been like, But their language in the bodega is always to control the environment. So they're constantly saying, get out with that. Get out with that mess. I've been in there. So sick of this. Stop blaming other people for something that we could have done. We as a community, we as a people, we as Spaniards, we as Latinas, we as blacks. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on. Please, God, let's do us first. Let's do us. Let's fix us. Let's go back to some basics. I'm begging. I'm begging. I don't even know. I'm begging. I'm begging. I'm begging. All right. All right, guys. I love you all. Thank you for putting up with me. Valdez, you can't say what somebody's going to do, even in that situation. You panic. You panic. Everyone panics. God bless the person that could have stepped in the middle of that. But maybe the machete would have hit that person too. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. When you wind up in that situation, you let me know how it worked out for you. When you wind up in that situation. That's a heavy freaking situation. Let me know. Email me when you wind up in that situation. Let me know how brave you were. You don't think you panic and you don't know what you're going to do. You just don't. You just don't. Like, I can't, like, even imagine putting myself in the bodegas. I can't. I don't want to even put myself in their position. I don't want to put myself in their position. But I can put myself in the position of the whole community. Because we've watched our community fall apart. And we can't seem to get control of it. But there's a way. There's a way. Maybe if the uncle had just asked, are you the one? Trust me, somebody was going to die. Period. But maybe the smart aleck uncle with the machete, maybe somebody could have calmed his ass down. Maybe somebody could have blocked him. Maybe. Come on. Okay, I'll tell you a really good story. No, I really do care. I'll tell you a really good story, right? So my best friend and I in Jersey, she gives me a call and she's just so sick of her boyfriend. She's done with him. And she's like, Tracy, I'm going to put sugar in his tank. And I was like, you are, girl? Now, you come to my house and we're going to do it together. She was like, girl. I was like, come to my house. You my girl. We going to do this together. He messing with you? And I know how long he's been messing with you. Come to my house. That crazy girl came to, and we lived on opposite sides of Jersey. She came to my house. I let her in my house. I locked my doors, and we fought like two bitches. I was like, you are not going to go out there and put sugar in his tank. You will not do that. Before you do that, there will be bloodshed in this house. I really feel like I saved her for something. What if she put sugar in his tank and he wound up in an accident and killed somebody in another car? What are you thinking? And I never forgot that moment because I was there for my friend, for her. But I had time to think about it. I had time to manipulate her to come to my house to stop her. I don't know what would happen if I was in the middle of a situation. I saw somebody running down the street in blood. I'd be like, it could have been fatal, Colleen, really? If you put sugar in somebody's tank? Yeah, I stopped. I did. I never forgot that story. And I was always so proud of myself. Because we fought. We were like, no, you're not going to do it. No. It was so funny. in the end. It was so funny. Ah, all right, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not checking the girl. She didn't come up. I'm not checking her. She did not come up. I'm not checking her. She didn't come up. So, I don't even want to know because whatever she's feeling, that shit has to be heavy. But she didn't come up in the reading, and it was his reading, his issue. It doesn't look to me like he's blaming her. That's all I have to say. It doesn't look like he's blaming her. It only clogged the tank. Okay. But still, clogging a tank means it could die in the middle of the highway, and who knows what could have happened. I know. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say she probably doesn't care. I would say she has mental issues. That I believe. All right, guys. Thank you for letting me do this. I really appreciate the opportunity to do this. I hope something good comes out of this. I pray something good comes out of the reading. Something good comes out of a bad situation for the community. Bye, guys.